Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Gigi in the 561. I'm Pam Barker. I'm Gigi. Thanks for being here on St. Valentine's Day. If you celebrate it in a big way, enjoy it. Have a great time. I think you should do that all the time, even over little things. We stopped celebrating Valentine's Day a long time ago because I did it because I said let's don't do that anymore. Let's just live life and and be happy. Enjoy us as much as we can, as life brings you one challenge after another. But if you love getting flowers and candy and jewelry and stuff, um, do that all the time. Though do it for no reason, for each other, not just one or the other. A random card, it doesn't really matter. Helping with the laundry, helping bring in packages from the car. I mean, there are so many everyday ways to demonstrate love, and I am very grateful for that in my life. I really am. Now, when I met the mate of my life, we were both very young, and we met in January, and so toward the end of January, guess what happened? Pretty quickly, Valentine's Day arrived, and we didn't really know each other very well. But my mate gave me a single beautiful rose. It was in a vase, and took me to dinner. And my mom always made sure that I had money to get home, or at least to call and be picked up. But she always said, especially with someone new who's paying for the meal, never buy the most expensive thing. You don't have to buy the cheapest thing, but be aware that someone else is paying the bill. I still do that to this day with people I know don't care what I order. But I still am aware of that because I think it's rude and I think it's entitled. But on that night, I ordered something, and I may have talked about this on the podcast before, that I cannot believe I ordered. I ordered veal cutlet, because it was not very expensive. It was an Italian restaurant where the booth was one of those, literally where you close the doors on the booth. It was fantastically romantic with a bottle of Chianti on the table. I wasn't old enough to drink yet, but it was empty, and we took it home, and I kept it. I think I may still have it in a trunk somewhere because I am so sentimental. That gets me in a lot of trouble, keeping stuff I need to let go of. But anyway, the meal was fantastic. I was madly in love already. I mean, I truly can tell you that I wasn't that kind of person. Even now, forming friendships, I am very, very cautious, and my circle is pretty small. But I knew, when you know, you know. And right now, when I know, whether it's no matter what I'm buying. Uh, yeah, I'll take this, I'll take that. I know what I know. When the ticket came, when the check came to pay, this glorious man, having a great time, looked up and said one word, "Oops." And I thought, I'm not sure that I have enough money. All of this is running through my mind to pay the bill. But I can call home, and, home's not too far away. Oh my God, what? And then he broke into this big grin and laugh, and he still does that to this day, many, many, many years later. So that's my Valentine. Um, what I do want to talk about a little bit about Valentine's Day being not so much in my world about candy and flowers and jewelry and gifts, because I'm very, very fortunate in that my mate's very considerate all year, 365, 24/7. And yes, there are times when we get crabby. Of course we do. But such is life. St. Valentine, though, the actual kind of meaning, there are many meanings behind it, uh, many traces. back to the origins of this celebratory day for everyone. Of course, it started in Rome, wouldn't it? Those Romans, it was called the Festival of Lupercalia, and it evolved over the centuries, and it became more associated with Saint Valentine, a Christian priest. Now, what he did, he performed many marriages in secret, because it's not always in history been easy to marry the love of your life, like in my case when I knew what I knew. But now it has evolved into many things for many people. Um, Going out to dinner, getting engaged, getting married, many, many things. But what I really want to talk about, and not to belabor this podcast too much, make it too long, but it's about friendship. It's about the love that you have for special friends in your life. And I want to talk about one a woman, a very special woman who came into my world. And I lost my sister, my beloved sister, almost 10 years ago. And this particular woman came into my world in such a way that it could not be denied. The friendship could not be denied, no matter what. And the beautiful thing about this woman is we are the kind of people who agree on many things and agree to disagree on many things. And when we do it to each other. I mean, I can speak for me. I mean, she's not here to podcast with me, but I feel pretty sure that she's right up front about it, because if we're talking about a topic, whatever, and I will never agree with anything I don't agree with. I won't sit there and go, yeah, I won't. I will either, out of politeness, depending on the situation, I will say nothing. I will be totally quiet. Or I will say, I don't agree with you. I'm going to disagree with you. But the thing about her is we can get really fiercely head up about our beliefs with each other, and just, sedate them emphatically and disagreed and back and forth, really like sisters. And although no one could ever replace my sister, she was a force in my world. She led the way for me. She was older. She carried the torch. She went down the path ahead of me, and she protected me. And then when I got older, I protected her. We protected each other. No one could ever take her place. But this woman that came into my life is more like a sister than any friend that I have ever had. And I love the fact that we can be the people that we are. To really, no jealousy, no pettiness. Again, she's not here to state her side. So this is definitely my side of the friendship. But I think the love that you have for people in your life, the heart is the biggest muscle that you have. It is so deep, so wide. There's so much room in there for so many types of love. And I mean really love. You like this when you learn, they're okay, they're mediocre, I take them or leave them. But really loving a friend, and in my case, another woman friend, platonically, as a beautiful, wonderful human in my life that enriches my life, because she's smart. She's wickedly smart and sassy as all get out, and funny, and never boring. Never boring. And I think that's what love is about. Finding your way with people that you love and that you care about on Valentine's Day or any other day. Tonight, we won't be exchanging cards or anything like that, but what we will have is a beautiful evening here in South Florida on Friday night. The weather is gorgeous, and I suspect expect we'll have delicious cocktails and hors d'oeuvres and probably play a mean game of sorry and listen to great music. And as the night goes on, the night goes on. So, happy Valentine's Day. And let's give a shout out to Saint Valentine. And let's try to keep that love, whether it's for that special person in your life, the really special person that you share everything with, or that special person like my soul sister, because these are gifts of life, and you must be present in your life every day, every moment of every day, because you're exchanging a day of your life for it. So make sure it's worth it. I don't mean to be preachy, but looking for the positive as opposed to the negative can be very, very challenging right now. And I think it's the time to try harder than ever. So, happy Heart Day. Enjoy your evening, whatever you do. Thanks for being with me. Be sure to look up my partner, the one, with the oops. He writes for NorthPalmBeachLife.com, where these podcasts always rest. Splash Magazine Worldwide, Aqua Magazine, and All Things Cruise. Be sure to view our YouTube channel, NorthPalmBeachLife.com. Lots of stuff there. So go look at it. Subscribe. Subscribe to this podcast. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, you don't. Take my word for it. My books are on Amazon. These podcasts rest on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Actually, over 20 platforms, as well as always on NorthPalmBeachLife.com. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. I'm Pam Barker. I'm Gigi in the 561. Stay with me.